this text out. I mean, I feel like fight of the night, right? Like, I mean, or close, right? We were saying it from the beginning. Like, we were saying, like, you saw it at weigh-ins every step of the way. Bill Aljo and I were saying, like, we're going to put on a show. That's just what we do. And he was kind of saying that I could tell he was a little pissed off that you guys didn't give him much love or give the fight much love. You know, I know it's a big card. There's big names on the card, but he felt like, and I agree with him, that our fight should have got a little more coverage because we were going to put on a show. And you know, if you know anything about fighting, then that's what we were going to do, and that's what we did.
You send out your text there?
Yeah, we're talking about bonuses, so I'm a little, hold on just a minute.
If anybody, your teammate might have stolen it from you. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, honestly, man, that fight was badass. I'll say this, dude. A song is a fucking gangster, man. That kid is he works his ass off. He's exciting. I love watching the kid fight, and honestly, Sandhagen stylistically is one of my favorite people to watch fight as well. So I love that they got to put on a show. I wish they would have got to finish that fight, but man, I think both those dudes should hold their head up high. That's beautiful, man. Both those guys are real fun to watch, and they put on a show.
It was actually 2-2 on 2 of the cards as well.
Yeah, I thought it was a really tough fight. I mean, it's one of those fights, like, I'm obviously biased because I have a teammate fighting, but I really hold Sandhagen in high regard, man. I really like the guy a lot. So I'm not a good judge, though. I'm just not. Like, when I'm into a fight, I'm also so biased. Like, if one of my teammates is fighting, they could be a 10-8 round for the other guy, and I'll fucking still call. Like, I'm biased. You know what I mean? When I'm watching my teammate fight, in that moment, like, it's not my job to commentate. It's not my job to judge. Like, if it were, I could be neutral, but in this scenario, like, I just got done fighting. I'm watching my friend fight. Energy's high. Like, you know, it's hard not to be a little biased. But I thought they had a beautiful fight, and I'm proud of Song for the way he handled it, and I'm happy for Corey.
Nice. As far as Bill goes, I mean, obviously you knew he was a tricky fighter. He's kind of wild in there, a little bit unpredictable at times. I mean, did anything he do in there surprise you tonight?
No, he didn't do anything that surprised me. Actually, that's not true. He shot. I didn't expect him to shoot. And I'm a good wrestler. There have been times where maybe I didn't show that off as much as I should, but I can wrestle my ass off. I started as a wrestler. So, you know, he didn't take me down. It wasn't even close, but I respect that he tried to mix it up, that he tried to shoot. You know, that's not his wheelhouse. So it shows the evolution of the game. And trying to take me down surprised me. The amount of blood that he dripped into the side of my ear surprised me. That was fucking surprising. I had a legitimate minute and a half after the fight where I couldn't hear anything. It felt like I dove into a pool. Like, there was so much of his blood in my ear that I couldn't hear anything out of my left ear. And it took me like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get it out, and this big blood clot fell out of my ear. And none of it was my blood.
That is gross.
That's why you should stay in school, kids. Stay in school.
It looked like you're always trying to put it all together for a full 15 minutes, right? But it looked like you were feeling confident out there. I mean, did it feel good?
I just had fun. I told my coach, Danny Castillo, who is an older brother to me, and he's seen me through all these highs and lows in this sport, and I've given my soul to this. Like, I love this game. I've given everything I am to this. And I looked at him before we walked out, and I said, we've done it every way. And tonight we're going to have fun. Like, that's what we're going to do. Tonight we're going to have some fucking fun. I've tried it every way. I felt every emotion. I've had every high and low. You guys have watched me grow up in this sport, in this company, and I love this. I love this game. I love this company. And I looked at my coach. I said, we're going to have fun tonight. That's what we're going to do. We've done it every other way. And there have been a lot of times in my life where I didn't like who I was, and I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. And fighting was as much about self-destruction as it was self-improvement. I didn't love myself, and this is one of the first times in my life where I like the person I see in the mirror, and I treat myself like someone whose happiness I'm responsible for, and I deserve to be happy. Like, for the first time, I look at myself and I feel that. And so I think that affects the way I fight now. I think it affects the way I go into these things. Like, I'm so grateful to be where I'm at, and I owe so much to fighting, and I love this shit so much. Like, from now on, we're gonna have some fucking fun.
That's awesome. I did want to ask you about the third round because obviously, back control, but I don't know if I've ever seen more effective punching
Dude.
At least it looked like they were landing pretty firm.
No, I mean, it was all the top of the head. It didn't hurt. We were having some fun. I was just getting annoyed because I didn't want to give it the position, and he keep fucking punching me back in the front of the head and like on the forehead. So it's not going to do anything. It's just pissing me off. It's just like, but I'm not going to freak out and risk the position. So he wants to punch me so that I give up position. And I want him to stop fucking punching me, obviously, or I want him to spaz out so I can get some good hand control. And he's punching me, and I just stop at one point and go, "You hit like a fucking pussy." And I'm trying to get him, even though he's socking me in the top of the head, like I'm trying to get him to do something stupid, and he's just hammering away. I'm like, "All right, man." And I wanted to do more from that position, but I wanted to make sure because I knew that it was a close fight. I needed to maintain that back position. I don't think it was a split decision close fight. Like, I think it was pretty, when I say close, I mean competitive. I don't think it was a split decision. I think I clearly won that fight. It was competitive, but these judges I don't fucking know what these judges are looking at, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, I thank God they didn't rob me, but dude, they gotta stop trying to scare me.
Well, one judge 1 and 2. You took round 1 on all the cards. He took round 2 on all the cards, and the split was because one judge gave him round 3. I guess presumably because of those punches. I'm
just like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's get down to it. What is closer? What is a more significant threat to finishing a fight?
A rear naked choke.
My hand under his throat, ready to strangle him, or him punching me in the top of my forehead from 2 inches away. It's like, what? And if a judge legitimately looks at that and says that he was closer to winning the fight than me in that third round, fuck that guy. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I wish I had a more eloquent thing to say, but if you think that punches from here is a more legitimate fight-ending threat than a rear naked choke from the back, you shouldn't be judging fighting. And that's just my opinion. What the fuck do I know? I've only been doing this my entire life. But, you know what I'm saying? That type of stuff, I thank God, honestly. Thank God they didn't rob me. Thank God they got it right. But I think that we really got to have some accountability with these judges, man, and have some better calls.
Last thing from you, Andrea, we saw some emotion from you at the close of the fight. I'm just kind of curious, I guess, how difficult this stretch has been for you, and I mean, did it nearly impact the fight, and kind of where you stand?
Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have said that, but I've been holding on to that for a few weeks, and it all just comes pouring out. Man, I can't describe how much emotion is in that moment after a win like that, and a hard fought fight. Weird split, like your emotions are just so fucking high, and it all just came kind of pouring out, and it's been a really tough couple weeks, man. It has. I don't have, we've talked about this before. You guys have seen me at my highs and seen me at my lows. I don't ever come out here and preach or like pretend to be a guy that has the answers. I just know that. I'm thankful to have fighting. I'm thankful to have this. I'm thankful to have my coaches and my team and my group of friends and my family. And I just want to make them proud. And if I can win fights and I can make them proud and I can stick to what I love and get to do this every day, that almost everything else will work out, And so that's where I'm at. I'm trying to operate from a place of kindness and of gratitude in every situation, and it's working out so far. It's tough, but it's working out so far, and I just want to keep pushing forward.
Andre, one quick one for me. On Wednesday, you said you're going to fight and get some more tattoos. What are your next ones?
Oh, I don't know. I got to finish my back. I made a fucking terrible choice and started a giant back piece. And it's like, here's the thing. All the gratification of getting a new tattoo is getting a new tattoo. And then other people look at the tattoo and go, oh, that's fucking cool, man, sick. And you get that when you get a new tattoo. But when you do a big piece like you do, I did my whole shoulders to butt. So like all the compliments I'm gonna get about, like I went through it, I got the tattoo, and now I'm a cool back piece guy, and all the people who are gonna compliment me have complimented me. No one gives a fuck now. But I still have like 10 hours of tattooing. You know what I'm saying? Like I still have to shade it and color it and white highlights and this and fucking that. And like I have a solid 8 to 10 more hours of pain and no gratification. Like it's the same tattoo. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not gonna be like, no one's gonna be like, oh cool, like you got more done on the same tattoo. Like so that I'm gonna go get my back finished. I'm gonna be a man. And I'm gonna finish that. But fucking A, do I not want to? I'll tell you that right now. I want to start on something else. So I'm gonna get my back tattooed. I'm gonna go to Hawaii and surf terribly, but have fun doing it. And then I'm gonna come right back and get right back into fight camp. And you guys will see me win a fight in December. That's the goal. That's the plan.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Andre, over here. You mentioned that things are kind of different now. You know, you've matured. What changed?
Let's not give me too much mature. I never said that I matured. I'm just kidding.
Well, you sound mature.
I'm trying. Yeah.
What changed? Is it just age, time? Did something happen that kind of clicked?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe a mix of things. Yeah, Father Time is undefeated. You know what I mean? And it's weird because growing up, I didn't picture myself as a 32-year-old. You know, like I pictured myself like I lived in a way that was so chaotic and self-destructive for so long that I just was like, you know, when you're young, you think you just live like a rock star and then like you just explode and that's it and that's your story. You know, like you don't. Like you make choices and you live with the consequences and you learn and you wake up one day and you're like, oh, like I'm a 30-year-old man and I have to set an example for my nephews and my nieces and the people I love, and I want to be a good teammate. I want to be a good older brother. I want to be a good dad one day. I want to be a person that I like, you know? And so, yeah, I think it's probably just time, but it's weird because I guess maybe it has been gradual, but to me it feels like overnight. Like I just woke up one day and was like, I don't want to do dumb shit anymore. Like, you know, it's like it sounds simple, but it really isn't. Like you wake up and you just go, man, I want to like the person I see in the mirror. And so I'm going to make decisions that align with my core values, and I'm going to make the decisions that are the decisions, like the person I want to be, how would they make this decision? The person that I want to be, how would they handle this situation? And as long as you're moving in that direction, I think you find yourself in a place that you like, and that's all I've been doing.
And just one more. You mentioned on the broadcast that Bill has a broken arm. Did he tell you that, or did you feel that, or what?
Yeah, I didn't feel it in the fight. He had a hell of a poker face, but after the fight, he's like, man, I think you broke my arm. Dude, that guy's fucking tough, dude. He's tough and he's tricky, and it was an honor to share the octagon with him. But yeah, I think I'm not sure. I can't confirm for sure that it's broken, but he told me after the fight, he's like, man, I think you broke my arm. But fuck, he did a good job in the fight. He didn't show any weakness in the fight. I had no idea. So shout out to Bill Algeo, man, tough guy, and I'm excited to see what he does.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, Andrew, is it annoying that you're going to have to hear about MMA math now with you, Algeo, and Brito?
No, fuck no. That's 2 wins for me. What are you talking about? Bill Algeo beat Joe Anderson Brito. Joe Anderson Brito clipped me in the first 30 seconds. I didn't get the fucking fight, and now I just beat Bill Algeo. That's a win for me, player. I don't know however you want to do that math, it equals me like this.
I like
Hands
that.
up.
I like that. Congrats.
You know what I'm saying? We talked about this. Didn't we talk about this earlier this week? I'm the light heavyweight champion of the world. I'm serious. I beat Artem Lobov. Artem Lobov beat whoever. I'll find the meme, but I'm the light heavyweight champ of the world. So go ahead and fucking jot that down.
Just one for me. You mentioned the blood in the ear. Did that come when you had that rear naked choke attempt towards the end? And did you notice it at the time? And was that the kind of thing that you were like, I need to finish this? And were you thinking about that ear?
Yeah, it was disgusting. It was literally like someone took a dropper and was just squeezing blood into my ear canal. Like, I can't describe to you it was egregious. It was the amount of blood was pouring. Whatever, I don't know if it was from my squeeze or just the angle, but all the blood from his face was just pouring inside my ear. Like, it felt like I jumped, when I got done with the fight, it felt like I jumped in a pool. You know, you got your ears clogged? And then for a minute and a half, I tried to get it out, and then by then it had like coagulated, and a big clump of blood fell out of my ear. It was a fucking horror scene.
Would you say that's the grossest thing that's ever happened to you in a fight from someone that you were fighting with?
Yeah, I mean, the whole sport's just kind of disgusting, right? Like, we're all fucking sweaty and gross and bloody and just, like, spit's flying and shit. People are cut open. It's just, the whole thing is fucking disgusting. I'm really struggle with OCD. Like, I'm very much a germaphobe. Like, I wash my hands manically. Like, I'm super conscious of, like, and I have to just turn that off because fighting is fucking disgusting. So, yeah, it was a literal nightmare. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure we saw you up here once with caked blood on your hand eating pizza that you were really loving after a post-fight.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just let go of your mental illness and just fucking get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get home, like I'll fucking clean every single surface and wash my hands until they're sore and like all. But when it's fight week, you just go, whatever. Like, all right, guys, pouring blood in my fucking ear. What can you do? You know, it's easier. It's easier to deal with that stuff when you get your hand raised at the end, though. So everything. Winning fights solves everything.
And it makes for a good story for your next comedy outing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you, brother. Cool. All done. Thank you, guys.
What's up, guys?
Well, congratulations on the victory. I know, not the way you would have liked to have ended it, of course, but a win is a win. But I guess, how do you feel about your performance overall?
It was okay. It was like definitely a step forward. Song's a hell of a fighter, man. I knew that he was going to be super tough. The guy hits really hard, and he defended the takedowns really well. I think that I was starting to figure him out as the fight was going on, so I was really looking forward to a fifth round. I felt good. I felt fresh. I felt like my eyes were still working, and my fifth round was going to be good, but I wanted to know that, So that was kind of a bummer. I also just have like these people that I'm fighting I feel like I have more in common with them than I do most people. So when I see something kind of just like upsetting happen to them and the fight is over, I have like a lot of compassion for that person. So I know that I would be pretty bummed if I just had that happen to me. So I also, I feel a little bummed for Song, but I'm going home the winner because I cut him, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it was a headbutt or something like that. Sure. You sliced both. I did want to ask you guys about that cut as the fight's going on. I mean, once you see it, does it become a target for you at that point, or do you have to not just think about that cut and think about your full game plan, or do you start saying, man, if I just keep wearing on that, like, this fight's going to be over? No,
it was more just me trying to stick with my game plan. I honestly didn't really think about the cut. I could see the blood going into his mouth. He kind of like, he's kind of a freaky dude. He was kind of like smiling and enjoying getting the blood in his mouth. He's kind of one of those guys. So I noticed that, but outside of that, no, it was just stick to the game plan and make sure that I don't get my ass knocked out by him.
Anything that he did surprise you? I know you had a lot of respect for him coming in, but was there anything that he did that well, that's better than we thought it would be?
He hit a lot harder than I thought he'd hit. Outside of that, I knew that he would defend the takedowns well. That was okay with me. I was just trying to score some minutes, rob him of his power a little bit. His game plan was a little bit interesting. I thought he'd move a little bit more. Yeah, it was good. It kind of threw me off a little bit in the beginning of the rounds. He was kind of like letting me hit him, and that's always like an eerie feeling, It's like, oh, why is this guy letting me jab him, But yeah, I think I handled it well. I handled some good adversity in that fight, so I'm proud of myself for that. And like I said, it wasn't perfect by any means, but I think it was a step in the right direction, so I'm cool with it.
So I don't know if you've seen the scorecards yet, but two of the judges had it even, right? They had him taking 1 and 2. Like, I know you didn't know immediately afterwards, but when you hear that now, that it was even going into 5, I guess, what do you think of that? Are you, do you agree with that scoring at all? Are you a little surprised that he took both the first 2 rounds?
I knew it was close, but I think that I was picking up momentum. But no, I definitely knew it was close. I definitely was going to go into the 5th round and try to absolutely win that round.
Last thing for me, you threw out the names. You know the state of the division, right? You just said the ones that make sense. But are any of the names more preferable over the others, or more just about a date on the calendar and whoever can show up?
No, not really. I think as like a martial artist, I try not to have many opinions about anything. I live in a way where I just more or less try to go with the flow and let life, give me opportunities and me take them. So Cheeto or Marab are the obvious names. Both of them pose very different challenges, two completely opposite fighters almost. So I don't really care, man. Give me one of them for Christmas.
Hey, Corey. How hurt were you in that first round?
Pretty hurt. Yeah, he definitely rocked me. You know, it took me a second to get my wits underneath me. I was seeing blurry for, you know, like 30 seconds and then like kind of throughout the fight, like here and there. But that fight against Jan where I got dropped for the first time helped me get through that moment. You know, like I fought through it because I had dealt with it before. And against Jan, I didn't deal with it as well as I did tonight because I had never been through it, and I had been through it now. So, you know, I'm really happy about that. I'm proud of myself for that. This whole martial arts thing and this whole, you know, me fighting is a very like self-discovery, like me trying to figure out how deep I can go and you know, all of that. So I'm happy that I got to like deal with that adversity and do well through the adversity.
Yeah, with you dealing with that, does it give you more confidence about fighting these knockout artists?
Yeah, I don't really know who's going to be able to hit harder than those two. Seriously, like Song and Jan, I don't know who's really going to hit harder than those guys. I can't really think of too many other people. Yeah, I think that those are like definitely, you know. So hopefully I don't fight anyone else that hits that hard.
I don't know if you saw Henry Cejudo's tweet, but he said Corey Sandhagen might be the most technically skilled fighter in the UFC bantamweight division, other than myself. Impressive performance. I just wanted your thoughts on that.
Cool, thanks, Henry. It's rare that guy says something nice, so thanks, man.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Just one, how much did the game plan change up knowing that it was Song and what he was bringing to the table? What sort of things did you know you had to pay attention to, and how much of that played out there on the cage?
There was like this level of, like I said, like eeriness to Song that I wasn't anticipating. It almost felt like on like a hairpin's trigger he was going to be able to crack me. I had never really got that experience too much before where like even when, like he just reacts so hard to things. Like you saw when I went for the legs, he would react super hard. So with that, I was like, well, he's reacting super hard to those things. And just finding someone that explosive, when they duck like that, like you don't know if it's going to be an overhand or what it's going to be. So I stayed covered. I protected myself, and then I would just try to score something good at the end of the combinations, and I started to really do that well at the end of the fight. And so I was happy about that, but there was just like this eerie feeling to Song that was different.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
Great job, Corey, tonight.
Thanks.
We saw a lot on display. Was that you know, putting together everything what you thought leading up to the bout, or just having a target coming forward, you know, for all 25 minutes if you could have?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
In the sense that you put everything together, like it was just the flying stuff, the uppercuts, your elbows. You just really mixed everything in. We saw like your full arsenal. Was that just what you wanted to do tonight, or because you had a guy coming at you all round after round after round?
Those were definitely tools. I like to think that I just have like a tool belt, and then I just use whatever I need given the circumstance. So those are the ones that I was using. I don't really think about them too much other than like just using my instincts. So it was just that, you know. I obviously knew that like the elbows were landing really good, so I was just throwing more of those. If it works, I guess keep doing it.
Yeah, for sure, man. And most people would think, all right, my first 5-round fight, all right, deep waters, let's see what we do. You seemed more comfortable once they went into the championship rounds. That experience kicked in, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I wanted to welcome him to the 5th round. I knew that I was figuring him out more and more. I knew that like his bar was getting lower and lower and lower, and mine was staying the same. Even the takedown at the end, I don't really feel like I had to work super hard for it. Like I just drove through and then just ended up on top. So I think that he was on his way down. That's kind of why I wanted to fight in the 5th too, is because I wanted to see how dangerous he could stay. And also I just wanted to like really win. Like I knew that it was like a close fight, and I wanted to actually like really, really win. That's always my goal. So yeah, I didn't win good enough, you know, but that's typically how I feel after every win. So.
Right on, man. Well, congrats on the victory. However it comes, you did it, and well done tonight.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
We're over here real quick.
Yep.
with the elbow strikes that you landed that opened that cut, was that something that you saw maybe you'd be able to take advantage of watching film in your training camp, or was it just something that you saw was there during the fight?
It was something just there during the fight. Like I said, he was like letting me hit him. You know, like he was keeping like a good guard, and then he was like loading up and trying to like knock me out and chuck on me. So I was just gonna crash when he took his first step in, and I landed a few good ones. I could definitely tell because my elbow hurts, It was just something that I kind of saw, you know. With elbows, it's kind of like you either cut them or you don't. And I was just fortunate enough to cut them.
That's all I got for you, man. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, Corey. One more question is, I believe Corey and you and Sung are all the championship candidates in the future. And you said you wanted a match on Christmas. If Song is available at that moment, are you looking for a rematch?
I TKO'd him, so no. You know, like, not really. I kind of want to fight up in the rankings now.
Let's go. I'm back, man. Here is harder than inside the octagon. No, but I'm kidding.
So you're actually the last person to talk to tonight because I think you've been getting operated on for like an hour. Is that right? I mean, what have you been through backstage?
Yeah, man, the cut was bad, bro. But the win's coming and they're worth it. I'm so happy, man. Like I was expecting like fight like that, man. We are inside the UFC. That's a World Cup. The best fighters is here, and I'm one of them. So yeah, man, I'm just happy, grateful for everything happened now in my life.
Do you remember taking the knee and like how you felt afterwards?
Yeah, I remember. That I know it was dizzy, but I was very hard. Like I felt like I was little like, man, what happened? And then the blood started coming down, and I was kind of blind, trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it. But man, like I said, I want to say thank you for my corners, bro. My trainers, their guy is amazing. They did an amazing job. Henry, Daniel, Impa, they started talking with me, and I was, no, let me calm down. And I started here. I started listening, move your legs and stuff like that. And then I try, and then I back. And then I think, man, I need to start something. I need to start like throw my bombs, try to throw my hands. He stopped him a little bit because after that cut, man, everybody's gonna be confident, try to finish the fight. And then I started throw my hand for show him. I mean, I was there, I'm still there, and that what happened. But I mean, I want to say thank you to my corner. Their guys helped me a lot.
Did any of them go, hey, you're pretty good at jiu-jitsu. Like, why don't you just take it to the ground instead?
Sorry, sir.
Did anybody say, maybe you should take this thing to the ground? Like, you got pretty good grappling. Maybe you should do that instead.
That was part of my of my strategy. But he was, man, he's a Chile. He's a warrior, man. He's a great fighter. I respect that. He showed that for me inside the octagon. And win against guys like that, man, that's make me proud of myself, proud of my team and all the work we do it. And I want to say thank you, Chidi. Thank you, bro, for that fight, man. We got the bonus, man. We deserve it.
I was just say, as tough as it was, an extra $50,000 make things all feel better?
Yeah, of course, bro. Come on. That's amazing, man. UFC, it's a great company. I'm so happy to be here. I want to say thank you, Mick. Thank you, Dana. Why you guys offer me. So let's go, man. Now I'm going to see what was the next.
What do you think the key was to the turnaround in round two? Was it mental? Was it tactical? Like, what changed?
Yeah, so like when finished the first round, they come back to my corner, and I know was worried about the cut, and my corner started, man, come, let's gonna move, let's gonna start touching him. He already felt your hand, and then when they started the second round, he started, do the same, try to pressure me, but I said, man, I need to pressure him more. And one of the part of the fight, I felt he tired. I felt his breath like different. And I said, oh man, I'm a RoboCop. I'm here, bro. So now I'm gonna kill you. And I started feeling him. So when I grabbed him in the cage with the clinch for the takedown I did, I felt his body like a little bit weak. And then I took him down, said, so now I'm gonna finish the fight. And then I did. So, but man, like was a big war, man. I love that fight. I need to watch that again, and that's gonna teach me a lot of stuff.
Nice. Last thing for me, obviously time off now, right, for the family. So I guess what's the plan from here? Is it just disappear for a while and stay off the map? I mean, do you watch fights? Do you consider like opponents, or you just forget about it all for a while?
No, man, I'm not gonna disappear, man. RoboCop always here. You know what the dangers coming, RoboCop coming to. But so now I'm gonna take a while with my wife, my kid, and the cut. Maybe they could come into, hey, Gregory, stop a little bit. So now I'm gonna rest. You know, I'm coming from. Even that was like 3 months, but it was closed camps, and I had some small injuries I need to take care of there. But I mean, I'm so happy. 3 fights in the year, 1 split decision, but it is what it is, and 2 great wins against great opponents. So I think now that's gonna put me in another level in my career. So now I'm gonna talk with my manager, and we're gonna see. So we're gonna do what we're gonna do. Thank you, brother.
Gregory, 5 fights in the UFC, 3 performance bonuses so far. I mean, is it safe to say that...
I'll get ripped, man.
Is it safe to say you're one of the most exciting fighters in the middleweight division?
Man, I can say one thing, bro. So always when I'm inside the octagon, man, I'm there 100%. And I give you everything I have there, man. I leave everything there. Always expect a fight. Always expect the best from me. So I think that's my different. You know, I'm not like I don't have a fear and then scare about lose or something. Of course, always we want to win, but more than that, I want to do my best, man. If I do my best, of course, the payoff is gonna come.
And finally, for me, people were saying that with your cut right here, that you even looked more like RoboCop. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh my gosh, man! Internet, you guys so bad, man. Come on, yeah, man. So now I'm okay. I'm like with 3 eyebrows, but I'm okay. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. Better now because of win. My wife is a little mad. Oh, tell the doctor to do a great job, man. I will come back there. But he did a great job, man. So I will look okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. Let's go.
Take as many as you want. They're there for you.